You want to know what I'm at about? So much construction in Austin. I give out manager energy. Let's talk about it. What sucks about this is, so I've been doing a lot of inventory on like, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? And I listened to like, I don't know, like 50 podcasts on just like discovering any type of like, okay, how do you find your passion? How do you find your niche? How do you find your like next steps for creating your business and stuff? And the first thing I keep going back to is like in these videos they keep talking about, if you don't have the experience, don't do the niche. And it keeps hitting me in the face, and I know it keeps hitting me in the face, but yeah, I keep like lollygagging on what I want to do. And I need to just face facts that my experience is it's limited. I mean, I haven't done a lot in life. I didn't get a college degree. I didn't get a high school degree. So some of the steps I've taken throughout life they're, I don't know, they're just, maybe I'm getting a case of the like, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Like maybe I'm sad that I didn't do more or fail more at certain things or something. But yeah, what it comes down to is just I want to do more. I don't know if I want to stay in program. I don't want to program the thing and build it. It's great I have that skill, right? It's so great I have that skill. I love it. But one of the other skills I have is it's so stupid, but the one thing I've gotten through is soft skills. So even though I'm introverted and stuff like that, every career move I've made, it's crazy. Get into any industry with the GED. Being a self-taught engineer, even before that, any job I had, any place I got into, and I could go into stories on that, but the one constant I've always had is I got the job, which is amazing because part of it is, knowing the skill set and stuff like that, but the other half is definitely knowing the person you're talking to. So one thing I keep going in is basically, I don't know, like, I don't think I want to do this, but it's a great thing. It's like when I break down everything, giving interview prep skills. And it doesn't sound, I don't know, it doesn't sound sexy. And that's what sucks. And right now I'm building apps. I mean, even as a software engineer or whatever, like I'm always building something, but I've already went over previously on this channel a couple things I started to work on. But the one thing I keep going back to is maybe I should just be making some videos that showcase my experience while getting jobs and hiring. I mean, I've worked up my place in companies where I was part of the hiring process, as well as interviewing for other companies. And there was times where just for fun I was always interviewing. I mean, I've interviewed at hundreds of jobs in the software industry, especially like startups and stuff, just because I was always so curious who was building the product and stuff like that, which I'm not saying everybody should do. It's probably a lot harder to interview these days anyway, but at its peak, especially during COVID, I was looking for jobs everywhere when it honestly was like a height of the economy of them hiring engineers. So I don't know, I had fun with it. I had a lot of conversations. I had a lot of, I mean, they all weren't cold calls. I had a little bit of, like, people knew me through certain Discord channels or whatever. I don't even know why I'm bringing that up. The whole point is, a lot of the times when I went through with an actual progress, it doesn't mean I interviewed, from front to end and did technical skills and stuff, but a lot of the times I went through a couple interviews before wondering if I wanted to move forward with the company or if I was a good fit for them. But I do have a lot of experience in knowing how to interview, knowing how, let's face it, you got to be a chameleon in those interviews, depending on who you're talking to. I mean, I don't know how many CTOs or even owners of small startups that I talked to where they just wanted to get to know me and see if they wanted to work with me. But because of the way we interacted with each other. And I promise you that being yourself does not fly. I knew what they were looking for, and I'd shape up into what they were looking for. And sometimes you can talk to 3 different people in a company and have 3 different personas just because you get the vibe they're working with. And that's always interesting to me, that I've had best friends, definitely, like, it's stupid, but like we used to just fool around, and he'd be in the office with me while I was interviewing. We work remote, but we'd work together a lot, and he'd laugh his ass off at how far I'd get these jobs or salaries and stuff like that. And it was always something where I was always like, yeah, that's just me. But I think there's something there on how I presented myself and the way I would interact with these people, that maybe I could share that value and help people getting into the industry, especially now more than ever. Even though I'm sure it wasn't, just a layup to get into these industries, I do feel like it was something I was really good at, and it was very easy. Obviously, you still have to know the skill set, obviously. And I also wonder if maybe it doesn't have to be just with my career path. It could be with just interviewing, period. I mean, there's a certain, repetitious, stride you have to take when you do an intro call with HR or with a recruiter or a talent acquisitionist, versus talking to a lead, versus talking to a CTO, versus talking to the owner of a company. I mean, there's different strategies you can put in place, that can really help you, just catapult past other people. I mean, step one's always to make sure you have an in or a good resume or something. But like, being introverted, you don't have ins. I'd never connected, like maybe Discord, maybe LinkedIn, but like I didn't have buddies in the industry that I went to college with that put in a good word for me. I mean, I'd reach out. There were so many just little things I'd do to make sure I could get somebody on the phone, because I knew as soon as I got somebody on the phone, I was in. And that's happened so many times where somebody would just want to give me a chance. Just as much as last year too. I mean, I don't want to get into it too much, but like every time I've gotten an offer or even a job, it's astounding how much me knowing how to speak to these people, and I'm not talking about language or anything, it's like, I don't even know, like the vibe. I need to put something together, but either way, the whole long-winded part of this is the fact that it's starting to look like that's a bulk of my experience, is perfecting the interview, carving out the interview, knowing what companies want, knowing how to deliver, someone paying you a 6-figure salary versus an hour of conversation, and how to, utilize the most of that is, it's a very good skill to have. And I think soft skills were very undervalued. I think everybody thinks they have them, right? Nobody wants to admit that they might have hiccups. And I've seen it time and time again. I've had friends, family, where they're just like, I know what I'm doing, and they'd wonder why they didn't get a call back or something like that. I've coached a couple people on this, just trying to help people, get through an interview process. I remember trying to get some, when I worked, it doesn't matter, but I worked somewhere, and I was trying to get a buddy of mine in, and I had to get him to interview twice, and I had to get him a second chance with my team, just because the first time they thought he was stale, and he thought he did great. And some people just don't get that they have to take an honest assessment of themselves and realize what their weaknesses is so they can work on those. And I don't know, just knowing all that and just being able to ramble all this off, and it hits me so easy just how easy it is for me to hone this skill and make sure, people want to work with me. I think it could be something that I start doing on this channel. I don't know. To the negative followers that I have, you guys let me know, but we'll get it picking up. But I like the journey. I like talking. I like getting all the what I can't do off my head, off my brain in this channel, because it allows me to free up more space for what I can do. And that's something I've been going through a lot lately, because I don't want to waste too much time, but I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm just dragging along with stuff I shouldn't be doing. So, spitballing these ideas and, taking a hard look at what I'm good at is something this channel's about right now, and hopefully it develops into, you know, maybe it's the interviewing channel, maybe it's AI, maybe it's me just spitballing, you know, Bitcoin and HODL. No, I wouldn't. That would be funny if this just became Crypto Genius channel, where I'm like, buy now. You're gonna miss the wave, dude. You're gonna FOMO. Stop. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I think that's it for now. My name's Nick. The series is, you know, I think I'm just gonna keep it called This Is Raw. I like that. And that's it. And I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe and hit your notifications and leave a comment, and I'll interact with you. And as we get more people going, I'll definitely open up a Slack channel or a Discord server or something. We'll do some Patreon crap, and I'll give you some behind the scenes of, like, you know, why I got a GED, why I was not allowed to go to college, why all that stuff. All right, peace.